5.
You're good.
Hey everybody, Tom Britt with the Fishers Magazine coming to you live from Cyntheanne Park right here in Fishers, Indiana. This is part of our Fishers Live Friday series. And we have a very special show today. We have some very special people. We have, of course, our wrestling buddy, WWE former star and now realtor with RE/MAX, Mr. Kevin Fertig, or Kevin Thorne as you knew him in the wrestling world. We also have Steve Cage, which we're going to meet in just a second. All the news last week about pickleball with Steve. We're going to talk to him. And of course, the Director of Parks and Rec for Fishers, Mr. Tony Elliott. So thank you guys for coming out today. We also have some special guests hanging in the wings ready to talk more about pickleball. Before we get to pickleball, though, I have to talk to Kevin about some wrestling news that happened this last week. It was the passing of Nikolai Volkov. He was, I did a little research on this guy. I remember this guy. You didn't wrestle with him, right? He was 7 years old.
No, I didn't. I did wrestle with him.
Okay.
But I met him several times. He's a good man, good human being.
He died from various health complications, but also Bruno Sammartino. Did you ever know Bruno at all?
I met Bruno a couple times. Bruno was the legacy of the WWE and stuff like that. I mean, he was one of the biggest draws in Madison Square Garden ever to hold the belt.
Did Dick the Bruiser ever play or wrestle in Madison Square Garden?
Oh yeah, Dick the Bruiser.
Oh yeah. So Dick the Bruiser was my hero growing up.
Yeah.
But this was the interesting thing I thought you guys would find interesting. I did a little research on recent WWE deaths, which actually is a website dedicated to this.
Same day that Nikolai died, actually Brian Christopher and Brickhouse Brown died too.
And you knew that already, right?
Yeah, I knew that already. Well, I kind of know those guys.
He's in the loop. This is something I thought very interesting. Buddha Khan, did you know Buddha Khan? 78 years old, died from falling, complications from falling. You ever heard of that?
Oh, I honestly, back in the days when I wrestled, I'll be honest, every time I felt like I was going to die sometimes too.
And I don't know if you knew this, but do you know Johnny Valiant? Do you know Johnny Valiant?
I knew Johnny Valiant. Yep.
He got hit by a truck.
It was probably a big truck because he was a tough SOB. So I'm going to be honest, it's probably dump truck or bigger with Johnny Valiant.
We'll hold a moment of silence for all the wrestlers who have passed this year, later this year. But Kevin, thanks for coming out today.
Hey man, always.
And when I said we were going to come play some pickleball, if you do a wide shot there, Josh, what was your first reaction when I said we want to play some pickleball? What did you say?
Oh, I said hell yeah.
No, that's not what you said.
Sorry, I said heck yeah. I said I'm in.
That's not even
I'm in.
No, you said what's pickleball?
Oh well, I did say what's pickleball, but then I looked it up and I was like, I'm in.
Well, we're here to show that pickleball, you don't have to have a big physique or former WWE star to play pickleball. And so this week was a big announcement from the City of Fishers. Tony, a press release about the new cage fields at Cyntheanne Park. So talk about how this came about. Steve obviously stroked a check, got naming rights to fields. We're going to build a couple more, but how did this all happen?
Yeah, so the city, we're committed here at Cyntheanne Park to developing these pickleball courts. It's adding to kind of the multi-use, multi-generational use here at the park. So we've got the 4 existing courts, we've got budget, we've got some funding to do 2 additional. But we were a little bit short to do 4 total new courts. So we went out to the community, we reached out, started raising some money. We raised about $20,000 from the community, a lot of Britton Falls folks. But reached out to arguably one of the most passionate people about pickleball in the city, Mr. Steve Cage. And Steve was very, very, very generous, writing a check for $63,000 to help us reach our goal to get the other 2 done. So we'll have 8 courts, 8 courts here at by the end of this fall. So yeah, we're excited.
The Peanut Gallery is applauding that. I think we're applauding it as well. So Steve, what's your passion for this? How did you get into pickleball?
Well, about a year ago, a friend Tom Stadler and Barb Skinner had got me interested, and we started playing. And of course, Tom is a really good teacher, and he really helped get an understanding. Realized you get a lot of physical activity. Didn't make any difference what age. There's all sorts of people, all different styles, abilities. Even Kevin, boom, let's get out there and play. So it's just a lot of fun, and it gives opportunity for people to have their own wellness, whatever that is.
So if you see Kevin coming over the ropes in this case, that's not a good thing.
Over the net.
Over the net. If you see Kevin coming over the net, that's probably a bad thing. But
he's going to be on my team.
You're going to pick him on your team now. We're going to try to do a little pickup game here afterwards. So if you guys are watching this live, we're going to do a recording after this of an actual game being played. We're going to do some play-by-play commentary with our very own Kevin Thorne, a.k.a. Kevin Fertig, a.k.a. what was it, Mordecai, whatever your names were. But well, let's talk about the game of pickleball. And you have some friends here to help explain it. Tom, do you want to help explain how do you play pickleball? Because
Dad, come on up.
we hear a lot of different versions and a lot of different variations of how this is played. But from the pickleball expert himself, Tom, and your name is
Debbie.
Debbie. How do you play pickleball?
Okay, it's first of all, I want to say it's the fastest growing sport in the country. It can be played by any age. Most of the time it's played by doubles, 2 people on the side. It's kind of a combination of tennis, ping pong, and badminton. You use wiffle ball, so it's just a wiffle ball like kids have played with, and a paddle that's hard, a little bit bigger than like a ping pong paddle. The serve is totally different than tennis, where it's overhead for tennis. This has to be an underhanded serve. You have to contact the ball below your wrist, below your waist. So it's an underhanded. The ball must bounce in the opposite court. They return. It must bounce once in your court before you can approach the net to volley. There is a line you'll see later, 7 feet back from the net. You can never step on that line or go in that area unless the ball has bounced.
Okay. So when you're playing doubles, is it sort of like tennis, where you one person on one side, one's on the other? How does that work?
There is one person on one side, one on the other, but it's not like tennis. And that in pickleball, all the action is at the net, is at that non-volley zone, that kitchen line they call it. And so when you're up there, it's more dinking. It's more of a finesse game, a more strategy. So when you're up at the kitchen, whoever wins the kitchen line and gets up there first has the advantage. And so then it's a lot of slow underhand dinking, trying to move people off the court and then shooting it up the middle. And so I love it because you're thinking. You're thinking the whole entire time.
Or unless you're like Kevin, he just wants to bully the ball over the net.
Well, I mean, I'm always at the kitchen line. What are you talking about?
You hear the word kitchen is
Kitchen, I'm like, hey, let's go. I'm in. Let's make this happen.
How do you score the game?
You only score on your serve, and it's just 1 point.
So it's not like tennis with 15
It's not like
and
tennis.
10
It's just
and
1
love
point,
and
and the game is to 11 points, and you win by 2. But I also wanted to stress that it is played equally by people of any age. I've been playing for about 10 years. I'm 73, but my partner that I play with is 26. They're now teaching it in schools. I just a couple nights ago, I got a couple friends of Steve. I can get them playing. You can learn this game quickly and have fun playing within an hour. So you don't have to have a lot of skills, and the more you play it, the more fun it is, and the more exercise you get. I'm 40 pounds lighter now since I started playing pickleball, because you can get, even though it's a much smaller court, you get a great workout.
wow. Sounds like a great diet plan as well. So you play to 11, you have to win by 2.
Yes.
And you have to hit 11 exactly, or you just have to go over 11 and whoever gets like horseshoes or cornhole?
No, if each team has 10, then you have to win by 2. So it might go 12-10 or 13-11.
How about protests? You guys handle protests very well. Somebody says, "Oh, that was a point. That wasn't." There's fights. You guys ever? I'm trying to get a job for Kevin to be.
We might
Do we need to?
Actually, you don't. It's really surprising because there's always that question of whether a ball is in. Any ball that hits on the line is in. And there's always the question. The opposing team cannot question your call because you trust people that they're going to be honest. You're in this game for fun. So if we call a ball out, it's out. They can't argue it.
I like
But
those kind of
when
games.
you get to a tournament, they will have line judges that can overrule a call for you.
And so, take me back. First time you ever played pickleball. When was that?
12 years ago, I went down to visit my sister in Florida, and that's really where it started getting popular. And I'm telling you, you play one day and you're hooked.
I've heard that about it. I've heard great things.
You truly, I was at the YMCA doing my exercise classes, waiting, and they were playing in the gym, and they always kept waving me in. No. And one day I said, oh, I'm going to do it. I picked up the paddle. I've never played tennis, never played a racket sport. Picked up the paddle, hit it once, and I haven't quit. That was 3 years ago.
That's an awesome testimonial. So, Steve, knowing what you've done here in the park here, the Fisher's Park, I mean, good investment for you?
It's a great investment. We've got friends here, but we've got lots of people I don't know. Everybody's having fun. That's what I enjoy, trying to help others. Had a chance to do this with my college, actually, in Rome, Georgia, Berry College. I gave for the athletic center there, and so I like this type of giving. and this type of camaraderie. And win or lose, you're having fun out here, and you're getting great exercise, and it's just a great investment in people and fun.
This is Friday, 11:15 or so, and this court is full. Is it like this every Friday or every day?
It's like that every day, all day long. So, and Tom's a guy that plays 6 hours a day. So, man.
Hence the 40-pound weight loss. That all goes part and part. Well, you guys, thank you so much. We're going to cut this off here in a second and go actually do a demo and actually play a game. We can kick anybody off the course. But thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for coming out. And Kevin, thanks for lurking in the background. We're going to do some. We're going to do some play-by-play commentary with Kevin, and we'll see if we can get Tom or somebody to help us. Maybe Steve can help us understand what's happening in the game. And actually post another video to talk about that. You want to say something, Kevin? You're like,
no, I'm just looking at your paddles. I'm already thinking about how to decorate. It's gonna be awesome.
And costumes are allowed, right?
Tank tops.
Tank tops and costumes. Okay, we're going to sign off for now. Again, thank you for watching. If you go to @Fishers on Facebook, or if you like the Fishers Magazine page, you'll always be notified of our next show, which we do is every month. And until next time, thank you so much, and enjoy Fishers. Get them out here and play some pickleball at Cyntheanne Park. It's just north of the intermediate school and just south of Del Webb, so come on out and have some fun.